Welcome to Mission 8 of this P-51 campaign. Allied troops are pushing in towards Dortmund from the north. Our job is to fly out there and spot for enemy targets on the ground and take them out. We'll head out from Ophoven, northeast towards Recklinghausen, and then turn southeast towards Dortmund and see what we can find. Two flights of P-51s going up for this mission. First flight, Angus, has just taken off. Our flight is called Bison, and we're now preparing to lift, carrying the 500-pound bombs under the wings. We'll do the usual bomb drop and then strafe any ground targets we can find. We've just reached our waypoint at Recklinghausen. It's about 20 minutes flight time from Ophoven. We're turning towards the southeast now. Dortmund will be just a few minutes flight following the canal system that we can see straight ahead. And the canal running left to right is roughly where the front line is. I think there's a bug in this mission because the other planes in my flight have just veered off to the left and they're going to circle over the front line here instead of going on towards Dortmund. I'm pretty sure that's a bug in the mission because the targets are all located further ahead, close to Dortmund. So I'll leave them to circle and I'll carry on the mission on my own, but there is a second flight of P-51s that will follow in closely behind me. You'll see some machine gun fire down there. There will be some anti-air positions closer to the city and also some tank positions and troop placements. We'll see if we can find a tank to drop these bombs on. I've spotted a small cluster of tanks parked up. There's a heavy tank and a couple of medium tanks flanking it. Let's go for the heavy one. Here's the footage in slow-mo. The bombs are away. Bombs have dropped just a little bit long. Nevertheless, they're close enough to the heavy tank there. And boom, destroyed. Let's take a look at the drop in a bit more detail. Zooming in here, we can see the heavy tank at the bottom of the aiming circle, which is roughly where I want it to be. But I dropped just a fraction of a second too late and the bomb goes out as I'm starting to pull up, and that's why it went a little bit long. Still destroyed the tank though, so I'm happy with that. I've turned away to the left to come away from Dortmund. Don't want to get caught up in the anti-air fire, and then I'll turn back in for a strafing run once I've identified a target. There's a troop position at the crossroads there. I can see machine gun fire going back and forth. And there are a few of those troop positions dotted around. Let's see if I can come back in and take one of those out. The second flight of P-51s is going in now for their bomb runs. I'll just loop back in behind them and follow them in. I can see an anti-aircraft gun position at the crossroads there. I'm going to go for it. The other flight of P-51s is just starting their bomb runs, and I'm going for my strafe run. Going to go for the supply truck that's parked. There we go, got it. And the explosion destroyed the AAA gun that was there next to it. Looks like the whole site went up there. Turned away from Dortmund and I'm weaving a little bit to avoid any anti-air fire that might be coming up. Here's how the strafe looked from the external view. The explosion of the supply truck took out the AAA gun and also the mobile anti-air gun parked next to it, and then set off a chain reaction in the supplies. I've continued northwest away from Dortmund back towards the front line. I can see the other 3 planes from my flight are still circling there. They haven't dropped their bombs. There's a lot of machine gun fire going across the canal system here, but we've had word that there are 3 190s bearing down on us. Having a look around for them. I can see some planes back there, but I think they are P-51s. What's that up there? Right, I can see a dogfight there, so that's where they are. I'm going to extend a little bit and climb up to their altitude and then go back in. I've climbed up to 8,000 feet, heading back towards Dortmund. I can see planes off my 10 o'clock. Just need to figure out where these 190s are. There should be at least 4 P-51s in the area engaging them as well. So we should have numbers advantage. There's something coming straight for me here. Oh, that's a 190, and he took shots as he went past and hit me, but didn't do any significant damage. I didn't track him as he went past, but there's another plane here that looks like a 190. Let's turn on to his 6. Looks like he's extending away, and even at my combat speed, I don't think I'll catch him anytime soon. Just checking my 6, and what's that? That's a 190. Time to brake. The 190 has followed me into my turn, but can't quite match it. It looks like I've shaken him off temporarily. Managed to shake off that 190. There should be 3 of them in the area. There's a couple of planes in front of me here. And this one looks like a 190. I took a few shots there and got a couple of hits. Let's see if I can turn onto his 6. Something just went past me. I've closed the gap on this 190 and he's in gun range. And there we go, he's leaking fuel and oil. See if I can finish him off. That should be enough. Going to break off and see what else is around here. The 190 I hit is terminally damaged and smashes into the ground. There's something flying straight towards me here. It's a 190 and that was really close. He could have shot and taken me out there. It's turned into a bit of a furball here. The other flight of P-51s has got involved, trying to figure out which ones are the 190s. There's a plane climbing there. That's usually the Luftwaffe tactic, but that looks like a P-51. There should be 2 190s left in the area. You can see a bunch of planes chasing what that must be one of the 190s. There's a few P-51s chasing it, so I'll leave them to it. See if I can find the other one. That is also a P-51. There's a 190 here going across me to the right. Let's just pick this one up. There are P-51s all around me. I hope I didn't interrupt something there. They're all chasing after a 190, I'm sure. I'm going to stay on this one. See if I can take it out. There we go. He's lost his energy. Got a few hits. He's diving. I think I've hit his fuel tank. Yeah, a few more hits there. I think that's done it. Yeah, that looks terminal. I'll just watch him as he goes down. There he goes, into the trees. The other P-51s dealt with the third 190, so it's time to egress. Our job here in Dortmund is done. Let's RTB. My flight has made it back to Ophoven. The white flare has just gone up from the airfield, so we're cleared to land. Front wheels are down. I'm definitely favouring the 2-point landing in this plane, but it might just be that I'm carrying too much speed into my landing. That's mission 8 complete. Managed to hit my objectives. Took out a heavy tank, transport vehicle and a AAA gun, and managed to knock out 2 190s as well. Many thanks for watching, see you next time.